Black women, I'm going to make this very quick. By now, you have already seen the infamous video of the white woman, the white Latina, that attacked her husband with a laptop on a plane just a few days ago. And, I already talked about this with, Cardi B, the fact that she was drugging and robbing, black men in New York. And I talked about, if she had been a black woman that was robbing, drugging and robbing, black men, she would have been dealt with, almost immediately. And when I watched this one video of this white woman, this white Latina, on the plane that attacked, her black husband, I noticed several things about what was going on. Number one, it was a plane full of white people. And this woman, she felt freely enough to racially attack her husband. Now, I'm not taking her side because her husband apparently was looking at other women on the internet. He was cheating on her. And, look, I get it. But I'm not worried about that. What I was focusing on was that she felt freely to get racial with her husband. She showed her true colors, how she truly felt about this man. She called him a nigger, loud, where everybody could hear, all those white folks on the plane. She said it once, twice, 3 times, multiple times. And she felt freely doing it, which tells me that this wasn't the first time she had got racial with her husband, calling him a nigger. And another thing that I noticed was that nobody bothered to tackle her down. There was an air marshal, I believe. He didn't really do anything. When she walked past the stewardess told her, you're going to be charged. And she was like, I don't care. She hits her husband in the head with a laptop. So she racially humiliated him, and she physically assaulted him, and she basically blew off the threat of being charged for doing all of that. And I thought to myself, if this had been a black woman, number one, that black man would not have ran from her. He ran from her. And I'm thinking to myself, if this had been a black woman getting loud and boisterous, loud, calling her husband derogatory names, he most likely would have knocked her out. He would have cussed her out. And if she had got physical, he probably would have beaten the hell out of her. Not only that, but if she had been a black woman, the other passengers probably would have jumped in and tackled her down to the ground. The air marshal probably would have handcuffed her and maybe even shot her dead. I said it before and I'll say it again. It's a different set of rules in this country that black women have. Non-black women can get away with just about anything, and black men don't say shit. Her husband didn't file charges. He didn't press charges. There's no mugshot of her being, arrested. She's not going to go to jail. She got away scot-free, which tells me that this is not the first time she's called her husband a nigger, and this is not the first time she's physically assaulted her husband. If this had been a black woman, it would have been a very different outcome. Completely different. Just like with Cardi B. If Cardi B had been a black woman, a black stripper, going around the Bronx, New York, drugging and robbing black men, she would have been dealt with within 24 hours. Ain't no 1, 2, 3 years gonna go by with her getting away with this had she had been a black woman drugging and robbing black men. It's a different set of rules in this country for non-black women and black women. There are just things in this country that we as black women cannot get away with. I looked at the video. I want you to watch it again. Analyze it. Look at it. Most of those people stayed in their seat. And the ones that did get up, they were pretty much taking pictures and screaming. But nobody tackled her down. Nobody arrested her. There's air marshals on the plane. She walked up and down the aisle, cussing this man out, hit him over the head, and told the stewardess, so what? So what? And her black husband didn't press charges. He didn't hit her, he ran from her. Unbelievable. I'm out.